Welcome everybody. For today's class, we're going to work on a little more active mobility and stability at the beginning. A little less traditional vinyasa class to begin, more just different ways to work the body. And what you'll find is you just work the muscle of the mind differently, so you can pull away from the head component. Okay, so have a couple blocks if you have blocks. If not, you'll be fine. And let's just start in a seated position, so sitting back on our heels. And then we're gonna start right away here just by opening the wrists a little. So I want you to press the palms down with the fingers back, so thumbs out. And the wrists might be just behind the knees. And then I just want you to grip the mat here with all 10 finger pads. And then plug your shoulders back and really push through the heel of your hands. Now we're going to try to keep that angle of the wrist and just find a little more extension here by leaning slightly forward and lifting the fingertips up, even the thumb knuckle. You might feel a stretch up the forearm, but lifting the fingers, keeping the heel of the hand down. And then sit back a little, come back to the first part here, so fingertips down, grip the mat. And then just lift the fingertips, lift the fingers, and extending the wrist a little more. And then rock back, come to the fingertips, if you can, shoulders back. And then lift the fingertips up. And then bring the whole palm down and just flip to the tops of the palms here. So now we'll stretch that. Thumbs in. You can maybe make fists here. And then go ahead and sit back on your heels. Let's take a little bit of a chest opener. So clasp your hands behind your back. Make a fist, or bend your elbows and bring your fists over to your right shoulder. You can close your eyes here, maybe drop right ear to right shoulder. And just take 3 slow breaths in and out. One more. And then come back to center and just switch which thumb is on top. Fist to the left hip, maybe left ear to left shoulder, and take 3 full breaths. And then come to center, stretch your arms up, bend the elbows, find a cactus arm, just lift and spread through the chest. And then bring your hands down and find your blocks if you have them. We're going to take 1 block under your left hand and the other block under your right knee, so they're staggered. And then from there, just find cow. And then round the spine for cat. Twice more. Inhale. Melt the heart. Exhale, round. And then keeping your left hand on the block, right knee on the block. Take the right arm forward. Curl the right toes under and then stretch the left leg back. So it's going to be a little more challenging here with this asymmetry. So lift the low belly and just cinch all around the waist. Find that center line through the spine. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you can keep your right toes curled under as you draw left knee only to the left upper arm. Inhale, extend the leg back. And then you might lift the right toes and exhale, hug left knee, left upper arm. So really increasing the challenge. Twice more. Inhale. And if you want, you can draw the elbow in as well or keep the arm straight. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Curl right toes under, right hand down, left knee down. Bring your right palm to the block and then your left knee to the block. And just make sure to switch sides. In the video, I stayed on the same side, so even it out. And then 3 cows and cats. And then come into neutral here. Start by lifting the left knee and extending that leg back. Internally rotate it, and then right arm forward. Hug all around that center line. Lift the belly, inhale. Right toes under, exhale, left knee, left upper arm. Just get a feel for it. Extend it back, then decide, maybe lift the right foot. And then exhale, keep that as you hug knee to chest. And if you want to add the arm, take 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Hug in. Inhale, extend. Keep hugging your left shoulder in the socket. Exhale, round. 1 more. Inhale, extend out. And then hand down, knee down. And just scoot the blocks off to the side. And then come right into downward facing dog. And then inhale, ripple forward to high plank. Push the mat away. And then lower all the way down to your belly. Take an inhale. Lift the chest. Pull the shoulders back. Just find a cobra. And then exhale, lower. Again, inhale. Pubic bone down. Curl the heart up. Exhale and lower. Now adding on, curl the chest up, hover the hands and hover the legs. Take a breath in, look down the line of your nose and exhale, lower. We're gonna press up to plank. So curl the toes under, inhale to plank. And then exhale, lower through chaturanga to your belly. Inhale, hover the hands, float the legs back. Exhale, lower. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Find the extension, shoulder blades gather, inhale. And as you push up to plank, round your spine, shoulder blades apart. So you have that essence of cow and cat here, inhale, shoulder blades together, think cow. Exhale, plank, shoulder blades apart, round, think cat. 3 more. Big breath in as you extend. Big breath out as you round. Last one. And then all the way to the belly, just bring your forehead down and reach your arms overhead. And we're gonna keep our forehead down. And I just want you to point your toes back, but then zip up your low belly and push down through your pubic bone. And just lift your left leg and right arm. And then left arm, right leg. And then just switch in air. Kind of like you're swimming, but continue to lift your low, deep belly as you anchor through the forehead and pubic bone. Close your eyes. And just feel that hugging all around that center line. And then maybe make the movements a little bigger, but keeping the forehead down. Maybe a little faster. Keep the breath moving. And then bring everything down. Cobra pose, hands plant, shoulders curl, inhale, lift up. And then take it back to child's pose. Go back. And downward facing dog. Stretch your right leg up and then step outside the right hand. So it's almost like a lizard stance here. Inhale, push through the right foot and come up to crescent lunge with that wider stance. And then exhale, plant the palms down. You'll cross your right ankle on top of your left and plank. So that's our movement. 5 more. Step outside the hand. Inhale, come up. Exhale, plant the hand inside that foot and then take it back. Shoulders stay at rest. Inhale, push down, lift up. Exhale, use your belly, sweep the leg, cross the ankle. 3 more. Really feeling that right leg. Power down, lift up. 2 more. And then that strength of the back leg as your anchor. And then downward facing dog. So second side, stretch your left leg up. And just step outside the left hand. The foot can be turned out a little, but the knee's tracking over second toe. And then push through that left foot to lift the torso and arms up. And then exhale, get your hands down. Sweep the left leg back. And just tap the top of the right heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross the ankles. 4 more. Rooting down to lift up. Inhale. Bring it down. Exhale. And keep going. Last 2. And downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart. Just sit your hips back towards your heels. And then look forward, we'll come right to plank. And then bend your knees and squat back. And just shift forward to plank. And then that's it. Just keep going back and forward. Keep the neck long, triceps wrapping down, gripping the mat with the fingertips. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward dog. And then step or hop feet to hands. Come into a forward fold for a moment. And then soften the knees and rise up to stand. Stretch your arms up. Interlace all but your index fingers. Step your feet together, a little space between the heels. Take an inhale, tailbone down, lengthen, and then side bend your left. And just bounce for 10 at your end range of motion. Getting into the connective tissue and fascia through that right side. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. And then side bend right. And then bounce for 10. Do it again. Inhale up, exhale, side bend left, hips right. And then at your end range of motion, just bounce. 10 pulses. Inhale up, second side, 10 pulses. Keep the legs strong, belly hugging, and then inhale up, release the clasp, exhale, fold forward. First vinyasa, inhale, lengthen. Vinyasa, step, hop, float, and just take it through. We're gonna take it to bird dog with the left knee down, but keep the hands flat. Extend the right leg, curl the left toes under. Now right knee, right upper arm as you lift the back knee. Bring the left knee down as you extend the right leg back. And then step outside your right hand and come back to where we started, open side of mat. And that's our movement. So right leg extends, knee to upper arm, lift the left knee, come back, step outside, and lift up. Let's do 4 more. Sweep it back, tuck it in, sweep it back, step it forward. Let's do 1 more. And then just switch. So you're on your right knee, arms up. So your right knee is down, left leg back. Left knee, left upper arm, lift the right knee. Extend the hip, step outside, and then open side of mat. Sweep it back, tuck it in, sweep it back, step outside and open up. Let's do 6 more. And just try to make the movement smooth. Again, finding that whole body connection. Working the muscle of the mind in a different capacity, a different way. By changing things up a little. Last one. And then come to forearms. Forearm plank. So I'm going to turn so that my hips are on the mat, and we're going to roll to our backs and make sure there's room. And you might do the same if you have bonier hips, just so you have a little padding. So bring your right knee to your right upper arm, step back, and then bring your right hip down, and then lie flat. Pick yourself up, same side, right knee, right upper arm, roll back. Keep it going. Last 3, 2, and 1. Forearm plank, second side, left knee, left upper arm, roll to your left, lie down just briefly, and then pick yourself back up. Keep it going. Last 3, 2, forearm plank. Make your way back to downward facing dog. And then come to modified side plank with the right knee down. And just lift and lower the left leg up. Little pulses. And then look to your right thumb. We're going to step the left foot forward. Step the right foot outside your hand. And come to Malasana. But like you're a catcher and you have your catcher gloves on, you're going to catch a ball. Option, stay or get your hands down and take a frog hop. And then bring your feet down. Modified side plank, right knee down. Exhale, Malasana, left foot, right foot, catch or hop. Keep it going. Modified side plank, same side. Step, catch. Maybe kick your heels to your butt. And that's just optional. But then if you're finding that hop, can you smooth it out? Maybe just land on the right foot. Send your left leg back. Last one. Second side, modified side plank. Pause, left shoulder in the socket and just lift that right leg up and down. Feel that connection to the low belly cinching. Look to the left thumb, step your right foot forward, left foot outside that hand. Malasana squat with your catcher mitt on. Stay or hop. And left foot, left knee down, right leg back. Inhale. Step, step. Stay or hop. Modified side plank. And just find your own rhythm. Moving from your center. Last one. And downward facing dog. Take a moment, big breath in. And then bring your knees down. Sit on your right hip and open to the side of the mat. And then we're gonna lift our right hip. And then lift your left leg up. Sweep it forward. Sit back down. Lift your right hip now. Lift your left leg and sweep it back. So sit in between. Left leg forward. Sit. Left leg back. Try to extend that leg back behind you. Forward. That one's the easier one. Back. So working the muscle fibers of the rotators in different ways. You should feel it in that right hip. maybe through the side bodies. Trying to keep the right shoulder plugging in the socket. And then slow it down so you're not just plopping down in between. And that's where you really feel the work. Do one more. Forward. And back. Sit, and then just switch the pinwheel. So you're on your left hip. Turn the left hand out. Right arm up. Here we go. Lift your left hip. Right leg, sweep that top leg forward. Sit. Sweep it back. Sit. Keep it going. You might need to walk your supporting hand out a little. And trying to smooth it out. See, this is fun, right? It's good to do different things and challenge the body in different ways. It looks easy, but it's surprisingly quite challenging. Do one more. Full rep. All right. And then downward facing dog. So just sit back on your heels. This is our last one. Tops the feet down. Now spin your left hand back. Lift your hips up and reach your right arm off on a diagonal. And then sit back on your heels. Take your right hand down. Come to side plank and lift your right knee to your chest. Maybe extend the leg. Repeat. Knees down. Right arm off on a diagonal. Inhale. Staying open, same side. Side plank, bottom leg sweeps. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it going. One more. Sit back on your heels. Turn your right hand back. Sweep your left arm out on a diagonal. Take an inhale. Lift your hips. Sit back on your heels. Left hand flat. Side plank, left knee to chest. Or extend the leg up. Same side every time. Inhale, lift the hips, left arm out. Left hand base, bottom leg forward. And just knee to chest. And last one. Sit back on your heels. And then stand on your knees and let's just find Ustrasana. Curl the toes under. Sit back towards your heels, fingertips inside the heels, and then lift the chest. Curl the heart up. Squeeze the upper arms together. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, sit back. Maybe separate your heels, Virasana. And then get some water. You're welcome to stay here. First segment done in class. Inhale, look to your hands. And exhale, step our hot feet to hands. Take an inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale and fold. Rise to stand. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, shoulders plug back, chest lengthens. Chaturanga Saparahat. Upward facing, inhale. Downward facing. And then hop through to a seat, just lie down. Bring your knees to your chest and curl up. And then draw your left arm out. Come to your left hip. Stay on that left hip as you hug your right elbow towards your knees and knees towards your elbow. So keeping the left hand flat. And then inhale, low boat, square hips, chest, both hands behind head. Left palm out, knees to chest as you lift up. Inhale, lengthen, low boat. Left hand flat, exhale, isolating the right side body. Same side every time. Inhale, little side jackknife. Exhale, center, low boat. Keeping the legs together like one leg. Last 3, 2, 1. Right arm out, left hand stays. Come to the right hip and then knees to chest, left elbow to knee. Low boat, hands behind the head. Right arm out, knees to chest. Keep it going. Last 3, 2, 1. Come back to center and just hug your knees in. You can split them apart, maybe a happy baby. And then take your legs straight up over your hips. And just rest your arms alongside you, palms down. Lower both legs about 20 degrees. Reach out through the balls of your feet. Drop the shoulders to the mat. Cinch all around the waist. And then just slowly take your right leg to a hover. Hug back through the belly. Spread the toes. Reach through the balls of the feet. And then take the right leg up to about 45 degrees and just make little circles with that right leg. Left leg stays static. And then make figure 8s. Try not to move that left leg or left hip. And you can even take your fingertips right inside your frontal hip bones and feel those muscles really engage to stabilize the pelvis. And then come back to little circles. cinch all around the waist, all around the spine. And then L your legs, right heel hovers, left leg straight up. And then open the legs in a V, lift your hips up, and then right leg up, left leg hovers, twist tie. Open the legs, V, lift the hips, and then twist tie. So we're just keeping the torso down this whole time. You might even just close your eyes and focus on this movement of the legs to hug back through the low, deep belly. It's nice to just let the neck go. Keep the torso down. And then left leg up. Meet the right foot to the left leg. And then lower both legs roughly 20 degrees. And then that left leg, continue it all the way down. And we'll keep the right leg static. Just bring your left leg back up to about 45. And just make little circles. As you reach for the ball of the foot, spread your toes, maybe hands inside your frontal hip bones, and you should really feel those muscles. Working hard. And then just entertaining a figure 8 if you want. Feeling more of the adductors as well as the outer hip. Soften the shoulders and neck. And then come back to little circles. And then find an L shape there. Twist tie the legs. Legs out wide, lift the hips. Opposite leg hovers, twist tie. Back around a V, lift the hips and keep going. So finding that twist tie and then opening to the V. Last 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. Rock and roll along your spine. And take it through a vinyasa or right back to downward facing. Take your right foot between your hands. I just want you to find a horizon lunge here before our more dynamic flow portion. So open the outer hip. Really drop the left side body. Soften the lower back. And then from a plank pose, just switch sides. So step the left foot forward, spin open, walk the left foot down the mat as much as you need to. Keep drawing your left hip forward and then chest back. Left hip forward, chest back. Deep breath in and take it back to downward facing dog. And then step your feet together. We're gonna split hop to the top of the mat. So bend your knees, inhale, ride the breath. Exhale, split your legs apart and land your right foot between your hands. And then bend the right knee, walk the chest out, come to your fingertips, supported warrior 3. On your exhale, stand on the right leg and come to crane, thumbs to heart. And then bend both knees and tap them. And then you can bring your left foot to hover, come halfway forward and tap the foot out as you hug your right hip in, and then come upright and tap the knees together. Halfway forward, tap out, upright, tap in. Now, maybe extend the leg out as you come halfway forward, but then bend both knees and tap as you lift. So isolating that right hip, I like to even take my hand here so you feel the glute medius hugging, contracting, working to stabilize the pelvis. Tap the knees, inhale, hug the right hip in, come right to Digasana, Warrior 3, and then lift your chest and really hug that right hip in to open into a hover moon. So you're sitting really high on that right thigh, and then roll your chest open. 3, 2. Now we're gonna step back and then switch your feet right away to side angle. So left knee is bent, take both arms overhead, and then just feel the whole side body as you draw your frontal hip bones towards one another and lengthen tailbone to right heel. Nicely done. Inhale, reverse warrior, right hand down the right calf. And then exhale, standing splits. Fold over the left leg. And then here's our vinyasa. If you want to set up for handstand, shoulders over wrists. It might just be hopping back to chaturanga, forward gaze, bend your elbows midair. Maybe heel to butt, right leg straight up. And then take it through your vinyasa. Downward facing. Second side, step your feet together, bend your knees, and then split hop your left foot between your hands. Standing splits. Square off the hip, look back at the right toes, turn them down. And then bend your left knee as you push through the heel and lengthen your spine out. Come to your fingertips. Keep hugging the left hip in, bring your thumbs to your heart and stand on the left leg for crane, right knee to chest. And then bend both knees like chair and just set your right toes down as you hug your left hip in. Come halfway forward as you extend the leg out to the right and then upright, tap the knees. A little more challenging, float the leg out to the side as you hug your left in, hip in. Last 4, but nice and slow. 3, 2, try not to grip with the left toes, and 1. Chair, inhale. Digasana, bent knee, exhale. Hug your left hip in to open your chest and hip to a hovering half moon. Inhale. And just stay on the exhale. Start to bend the left knee. Inhale, reach through the right foot. So when that foot steps down, you'll flip your feet to right side angle, arms overhead. Hug your hip in, roll the chest open. Reach through the fingertips, full breath in. Stay on the breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Standing splits, exhale. Inhale, supported warrior 3. Plant the palms. Hop back, step back, maybe hop up, kick your butt. Vinyasa. Take a full breath. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward. Split hop your right foot between. Inhale, crane. Exhale, chair. Step out for 4, halfway forward. Inhale, tap. Exhale, maybe lift and tap. Twice more. Warrior 3, inhale. Exhale, open, hug the right hip in, hover moon. Take another breath in as you start to bend the right knee. And then exhale, left side, side angle. Both arms overhead. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, standing splits. Inhale, plant the palms, behind the left toes. Exhale, maybe hop up, kick your butt. Just take it to your flow. Feet together. Inhale, look forward. Split hop your left foot between your hands. Fingertips bend the left knee. Inhale. Crane, exhale. Tap the knees, inhale. Tap out, exhale, halfway forward. 3 more, inhale, center. Exhale, lateral. Inhale. Hug the left hip in, lift the belly. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Chair, inhale, keep floating that right foot. Warrior 3, left knee stays bent. Lift the chest, roll open, hovering half moon, inhale. Stay on the exhale, start to bend the left knee. Inhale, land, flip the feet. Exhale, side angle, arms overhead. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, standing splits. Inhale, plant the palms. Lean weight towards the fingertips, maybe hop up. Just take it to your flow. Any way through. Feeling the outer hips, the shoulders, all that work we did, and that whole body conditioning support you. And then just come to your seat there. Take your left knee on top. Gomukhasana. And if your hips don't like this pose, you can always just bring left shin in front of right. And then try to get equally distributed in weight on both sits bones. Lift up through the chest. And then just walk the hands out. And if it's comfortable, you might take it off on an angle to your left. So we really want to feel that stretch through the bottom hip, that right hip, as well as the right side body. And if you need to, set a block under your forehead if you're longing for a little of a release for the skull. And just see if you can anchor your pelvis down, your sits bones, as you soften through the low back. And build consciousness just on the breath. Take one more. And then go ahead and sit up. Unravel the legs. And just windshield wiper the knees side to side. You might pause there with the right knee in. Let the blood rush back. And then take the left shin in front, or I'm sorry, the right shin in front or the right knee on top. And then scoot your hips back, lift the chest up. And then walk the hands forward. But then take it on an angle to your right. It doesn't mean you need to tip forward all that much. You can even side bend if you're really tight in the low back or the hips. This might be more friendly. And I just love to take myself out of the routine, out of the patterns that we tend to find or even seek or anticipate. Because then we get caught up in expectation and the mind often takes over. Which is challenging not only the body in different ways, but the mind. So then at the end, you can hopefully find this place for the brain to just drop in. You might feel fulfilled or satiated on a different level. Maybe just find a little more inspiration or playfulness. And then slowly come up and take your hands behind you. Set your feet down, just windshield wiper, and then pause with your left knee in. Get the internal rotation. Great, and then just scoot around and lie down on your back. So feet flat. Let's take it to bridge or wheel. Lift the hips. You can find a supported bridge. Just re-lengthening the whole front body. Maybe full wheel. And when you're ready, just release there. Come on out. Knock your knees in, feet wide. Close your eyes. And the top of the breath in, then sigh the breath out. Draw your right knee to your chest and extend the left leg long. Interlace your hands around the shin. And then straighten the leg. Grab behind the hamstring. You can point and flex the foot. And bend the knee and guide it across for your twist. And then exhale and release. Draw your left knee in, extend through the right hip, interlace your hands around the left shin. Straighten the leg. As you grab behind your thigh, drop the shoulders. Point and flex the foot. And then bend the knee and just guide it across for your twist. And when you're ready, make your way right into Shavasana. Find a comfortable position. And just find the natural breath here. So nothing controlled. Letting the whole body release. And if you feel like there's a lot going on in the mind, see if you can just observe the natural breath. So we're not trying to create the breath in any certain way. with just watching it. And then if the mind starts to interject, maybe count each breath in and out as one. And continue all the way up to 10. Once you hit 10, start again. And if you lose count, just start at 1. But the premise being just allowing any imperfections. And seeing what you can shed along the way. you let go of any judgment. Just slowly bring your awareness back to your fingertips and toes. Maybe give them a little wiggle. I welcome you to just come up to a seated position. Just moving slowly, keeping that stillness with you. And back to just the natural breath. And perhaps newfound space or consciousness to shift your perspective. And create little highlights of the portions of your day that cause happiness, that cause joy. You might just think of them here. Things you look forward to throughout the day. Whether it's quiet time to yourself, it's sitting out in the sun, perhaps it's an exchange or look between you and your significant other. And then shift from those events to how they make you feel. Just continue to lean into that and contain it. Bring your hands to your heart in gratitude. The way we can use our practice to shift our perspective. Namaste. Thanks, guys. My husband just came down as I was looking up, so. Not that I don't get as happy when I see you. Anyways, have a good day, and I'll see you Thursday, okay?